Welcome to Live Label Free, the podcast, where we talk about all things eating disorder recovery, autism, entrepreneurship, and so much more. I'm your host, Livia Sarah, and my mission is to inspire individuals from across the globe to live a life in which they feel fulfilled and free from limiting labels. I am so excited to have you here and cannot wait to dive into the episode. Hello. Okay, I've just got to be completely honest with you. Life feels really weird right now. I just realized this is the very last episode ever that I'm recording in my apartment in The Hague. And by the time that this episode releases, I will have been in Oakland, California for exactly 1 week. I can't even describe what I feel right now besides some awkward jumble of excitement and anxiety like mashed together. It just feels so surreal, and it's so hard to imagine how quickly and drastically my life is going to change as I sit here recording this episode literally 3 days before my flight. And I obviously don't know what mood I'm going to be in the day you're listening to this, but if I may do an educated guess, I think I'll be pretty darn happy because, as I said in my previous solo episode on how I'm trusting the process during uncertain times, trusting that I'll be happy is a pretty good thought to have right now. I have been sleeping on a mattress on the floor. My Vitamix and other kitchen appliances got picked up today, and my clothes are already lined up in the 2 suitcases I'm bringing because I have 0 shelves or closets at the moment. And I'm definitely not complaining, like I'm so excited. But to say my life feels kinda wacky right now would be a huge understatement. Now, if you are wondering what my plans are when I arrive in Oakland, I do highly encourage you to listen to that episode on how I'm trusting the process during uncertain times, because I explain everything there, and when I say that these times are uncertain, I mean they are uncertain, as in I don't even know where I'll be sleeping in 3 weeks. Although, I guess by the time this episode comes out, that time frame will be down to 2 weeks. So, with that said, I wanted to dive into why I'm recording this episode today, and that's to say goodbye for now. I mean, not goodbye, because I'll definitely be back. I mean, I love podcasting way too much to say goodbye, but it's goodbye for now. Again, gonna be completely transparent with you here because that's what this is for, in saying that I've been ruminating for days on what I was going to say in this final episode of season 1 of my podcast. I was mentally searching for all the different acceptable reasons to take a break from this podcast, trying to find justification for just focusing on prioritizing myself and building my new life. But then I realized if I was anybody else, if someone else was in my shoes right now, I'd tell them they didn't need a reason. I'd tell them they wouldn't need to justify themselves because they're going through a lot. And I'd tell them to fill their own cup before they go on and try to fill other people's cups. So I'm taking my own damn advice, something I've been trying to practice a lot more of lately. And I encourage you to do the same, because I am pretty darn sure that anyone who listens to this gives pretty incredible advice that they may or may not have a hard time following themselves. But as an autistic person, and for any autistic person listening to this, you know as well as I do that we always need reasons, even if that's just for our own sanity. And I'm laughing right now because I'm just thinking about one of the biggest pet peeves I have, and that is how frustrating it is when someone does something or makes changes or cancels or leaves or what have you and then doesn't give a reason. Because there is a reason for everything. Even if it's as simple as you just didn't feel like it, it's always better than saying, oh, just because. And if you totally resonate with this, and it's also one of your pet peeves when people just cancel without saying anything, please hit me up on Instagram DMs and tell me all about your experiences with this, because you know that I just love connecting with people that think like me. So my reason, or rather several reasons, why I've decided to divide my podcast into seasons, hey, that rhymed again, is because I deserve a dang break. And honestly, it's not even gonna be a real break because there is so much I have to sort out and figure out and arrange and all the things when I arrive in California in just 3 days. But right now, the main reason I am putting the podcast on the back burner is because I really want to focus on finishing my extreme hunger course. Hey you, are you already on the waitlist for my extreme hunger course? That's right, after lots and lots of requests from my community for an all-in-one resource that will teach you how to beat extreme hunger for good, I decided to create just that. Over the past couple of months, I have been pouring my heart and soul into this course that will guide you step by step to feeling truly satisfied around food. I know how incredibly scary it can feel to have this fear that you'll never stop eating or that you'll eat your way into obesity because you've become addicted to food. This course is the resource I wish I had when I was experiencing extreme hunger. It's based not only on my own experience and everything I've learned on my journey to food freedom, but it's also backed by science. From the biology of extreme hunger to why you crave so much junk food, to redistribution of weight gain, to hormonal changes, to removing guilt, and so much more, my extreme hunger course will teach you everything you didn't even think you needed to know about unrestricted eating. To get on the waitlist and be the first one to know when my course goes live, just head over to livelabelfree.com/extreme-hunger-course. That's live label free, like the name of this podcast.com/extreme-hunger-course and sign up for the waitlist there. I am so excited for you to finally feel satisfied and at peace with food. Now, let's get back to the episode. I know I've been talking about it for a while, and if you are a frequent podcast listener, you will have definitely heard about it before, and I am so excited for everyone who's already gotten on the waitlist because it is going to be epic. And when I say epic, I mean epic, because I do not make promises if I do not mean them from the bottom of my heart. Because this course, you guys, I promise you, it is going to be epic. And to make sure of that, I need to be able to invest my full energy and full attention on a consistent basis until it is completed. I have been working on so many projects alongside the podcast and moving and everything right now, but it's just too much on my plate at once. And there is no shame in that. We are all human and we do have limits for how much we can carry at a time. I'd much rather choose a few projects to fully focus on and dedicate myself to, rather than half-assing a dozen different projects, going in a dozen different directions. It's all about quality over quantity. Same goes for you. If you feel overwhelmed right now by anything, or maybe you feel overwhelmed by everything, just answer this one question. What is one step I can take today? It is all about putting one foot in front of the other, because the only way you'll achieve any kind of destination is by doing just that. People didn't reach the top of Mount Everest by teleportation. They took one foot and put one foot in front of the other all the way up that mountain. The small wins are the big wins, because the small wins add up. Every single one. So if you don't know where to start, or if you don't know which choice to make because you're afraid of making the quote-unquote wrong choice, make the choice you feel most inspired by. And right now, I feel inspired to focus my full energy on enjoying this moving experience, building my dream life, and delivering a high-quality course to you. And until I feel inspired to podcast again, which, like I said, I definitely will because I love podcasting way too much, I'm going to continue to let my inspiration guide me. That is the beauty of trusting the process. Your inspiration will guide you to wherever you need to go. And with that said, I want to remind you that you are wherever you need to be right now. Lastly, I want to ask you, if my podcast has inspired or continues to inspire you in any way, shape, or form, it would mean the absolute world to me if you could leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, and I will leave the link in the show notes to make that super simple for you, because I know that a couple of you have asked how exactly you can do that. Every new review brings the biggest smile to my face. And as I said before, you are the reason I do what I do. So right now, I'm going to take some time to fill my own cup so I can come back and fill yours. I am so grateful for you, my beautiful friend, and I'll catch you in season 2 of the Live Label Free podcast. Bye-bye.